Chocolate lava cake is a delightful treat that combines a soft sponge with a gooey molten center, but getting it just right can be a challenge. If you've ever bitten into a lava cake only to find a disappointing dense center, or one that's stubbornly stuck in its mold, you know exactly what I mean. This classic dessert has been enchanting us since the 90s, and it's one that truly deserves our attention. Today, we'll uncover the common mistakes people make with chocolate lava cake, so you can nail that perfect oozing center every time. First up, let's talk about a common misconception. Some home bakers think that simply underbaking a cake yields that molten core. But here's where it gets tricky. This isn't the right way to achieve that gooey texture. Sure, you want to avoid overbaking, but relying solely on underbaking leaves you with inconsistencies. Professional chef Trung Vu adds that variables such as oven temperature and ingredient variations can make this method unreliable. Plus, undercooking cake batter containing eggs and flour can pose a food safety risk. Instead, the trick is to prepare a classic chocolate ganache and chill it until it's scoopable. Once you have this liquid chocolate joy ready, simply add a spoonful when you pour your batter. As it bakes, this ganache transforms into a rich, flowing center, delivering that indulgent moment in every bite. Now, let's discuss chocolate quality. The name of the dessert isn't just for show. Chocolate is the star here. A good chocolate lava cake demands rich, high-quality chocolate to support its luxurious flavor profile. Our experts agree that the type of chocolate you select is crucial. While you might find some recipes calling for chocolate in the batter, all of them use chocolate for the ganache. Chef Trung Vu suggests using couverture chocolate, known for its higher cocoa butter content, ensuring it melts beautifully. Brands like Ghirardelli and Lindt are excellent choices. Avoid low-quality chocolate. It can lead to a grainy ganache and disrupt that incredibly gooey center we all love. When it comes to flavor, cacao percentage matters. Executive chef David Negri emphasizes that the higher the cacao percentage, the richer the taste. Typically, 65% cacao will yield a deep, delicious flavor, but don't hesitate to experiment with different brands and types to find what you love best. Next up, let's tackle the ratios for your ganache. Not all ganaches are created equal. You must find the right balance between chocolate and cream. For a standard ganache, a 1-to-1 ratio of heavy cream to dark chocolate works well, but be mindful. If you decrease the cream, the ganache will flow less freely. On the flip side, adding too much cream can lead to a runny mixture that won't hold its shape when scooped into the cake. Moreover, remember that different chocolates require different ratios. If you're using milk or white chocolate instead of dark, you'll need a different measurement to achieve that ideal consistency. For milk chocolate, consider a ratio of 1.5 to 1 chocolate to cream, or even 2 to 1 for white chocolate. Just be aware, you may need to chill these ganaches to make them firm enough to scoop. Now here comes another common pitfall: being too eager when folding ingredients into your batter. It's essential to gently incorporate the chocolate and flour without overmixing. Overmixing can lead to a denser cake instead of the light, airy texture you're aiming for. So be gentle and patient. Stay tuned, because in our next segment we'll explore more mistakes to avoid and tips to ensure your chocolate lava cake turns out perfectly every time. Welcome back. Now that we've covered the importance of proper mixing and greasing, let's move on to another area where many bakers go wrong: cooking their lava cakes in a cooling oven. The secret to achieving that gooey, molten center lies within the science of baking, specifically temperature. Cooking chocolate lava cakes requires a higher oven temperature than your average cake, typically around 450 degrees Fahrenheit. This high heat cooks the exterior quickly, ensuring you have a well-set outside while keeping the inside soft and oozing. Executive chef Davide Negri reminds us that the secret to a perfect lava cake lies in combining high temperatures with shorter baking times. If you allow your cake to bake too long, you risk losing that luscious lava treasure at its core. Conversely, cooking in a cooler oven risks an undercooked exterior, making it nearly impossible to achieve that perfect texture. Now let's tackle another common pitfall: timing. When it comes to chocolate lava cakes, timing is everything. Too long in the oven, you'll end up with a cake that's perfectly baked but lacks that irresistible molten center. Too short, and you'll have a dessert that falls apart, collapsing right out of its ramekin. As David Negri points out, overcooking is easier to spot. A clean toothpick indicates you've strayed too far. However, Catching an underbaked cake can be tricky until it's too late. The biggest giveaway? A cake that sags as it's released from its mold. Following the timing suggested in your recipe should ideally yield great results. But in the unpredictable game of baking, things aren't always that straightforward. Various factors from oven calibration to altitude can play a role in the baking process, affecting the outcome regardless of how closely you stick to the recipe. So, what can you do to avoid timing mishaps? Keep a close eye on your cakes as they bake. Utilize visual cues, check their consistency, and become familiar with the unique characteristics of your oven and baking environment. In summary, to nail that perfect chocolate lava cake, you need to pay attention to several key factors. Whether it's avoiding overmixing, ensuring proper greasing, maintaining the right oven temperature, or getting the timing just right, each step is vital for cake perfection. Join us next time as we dive deeper into more common mistakes and share expert tips to ensure your chocolate lava cake comes out flawlessly every single time. One key aspect of baking chocolate lava cake is timing. You want to avoid letting the cake sit too long before serving. They're best enjoyed hot out of the oven, preserving their gooey center. If you let them rest, you risk overbaking them during reheating. According to pastry chef Trung Vu, serving lava cakes immediately or reheating them in a hot oven for a few minutes ensures the best experience. Jennifer Luxmore advises that these cakes should be turned out promptly after baking, as they can be tricky to unmold if left too long. When it comes to pairing desserts, many think of adding a scoop of vanilla ice cream right on top. However, that can lead to a melted mess. Trung Vu suggests serving the ice cream on the side to maintain a delightful contrast between the warm cake and the cold ice cream. Adding something crunchy like crushed Oreos or nuts not only enhances flavor but also provides a pleasing texture contrast. A dusting of icing sugar or fresh fruit can elevate your presentation. So, with these tips in mind, you'll be well on your way to perfecting your chocolate lava cake. Happy baking!